Hey guys, Tool Cruise here, checking in with
Tundes.
And where are we today, Tunchan?
We are at Taipei, Taiwan.
Taipei, Taiwan.
Yes.
This is one of our favorite cities in the world. We're super excited to be back here after not being able to travel here for the last few years. So we're going to be going for a nice little bike ride in the city, and we'll be talking about why this is one of our favorite cities, not just for traveling, but also for cycling. So let's go ahead and get started with today's ride.
Let's go.
You also notice we're riding some interesting bikes right now. We'll be talking about these in more detail in a future video, but really excited to test these out. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're actually starting here on one of the streets of one of the night markets, but it's a little bit before the open right now. So that's one of the things we really like about here is just all the street food. And we've actually been here for a few days already, so we've been getting lots of street food, and there's so much good street food here, it's ridiculous. So we're gonna turn off here on one of the main roads, and yeah, just some of the first few things that we really like about this city is just everything is super clean, super organized. It reminds us a lot of Japan. Speaking of Japan, there's a lot of Japanese convenience stores everywhere. We just passed Family Mart. There's a 7-Eleven right here. Literally, wherever you ride, you're never far from a Japanese convenience store, which is great for our rides because we can get sports drinks and different snacks, and it's just super convenient for needing to refuel. Unlike Japan though, there are a lot of motorbikes. So we actually live in Vietnam as our home base right now, and we're pretty used to cycling with lots of motorbikes. It's not too bad here, they're pretty organized, and it's also nice because the cars are used to driving around cyclists and motorbikes. We're only going to be on this busy road for not even another minute. We're going to be turning off here in just a second. But before we do, I want to show you guys the sidewalk infrastructure here. So like with Japan, you can ride your bike here. You can see there's a bunch of different bike parking here for motorbikes and for bicycles. But if you want to get off the main road and be a bit safer, you can cycle over here on the sidewalks. Of course, you need to go at a slower speed and give right away to the pedestrians, but that's pretty standard stuff. We're actually going to be turning left here. The other great thing here is you see quite a lot of people out riding bikes, and some people, they're riding their own bikes, but other people, they have a really awesome bike rental program here in Taipei where you can just pick up the bike at any station, drop it off anywhere, and they're literally everywhere. We're gonna pass by a bunch of them on today's ride, I'm sure. But yeah, like in the short distance we've ridden already, how many convenience stores have we passed here? So yeah, Taipei is a great place with, you can see really high population density, a little bit more like cramped, and stores just jam-packed everywhere. But we really like that when it's actually like well organized like it is here, especially when a lot of the places are just delicious looking food like that. We've been having a field day just stuffing our faces with some awesome food every day, which leads me to the next point on why we love Taipei and love cycling here, is because you saw we were just in a super busy area, and not even a minute later, we get to start climbing a mountain. There are awesome mountain roads and mountains right in the heart of Taipei. So it's really great for escaping from the city, getting some nice hill climb training in, and also getting some great views. The thing that I really like about the hills here in Taipei, as opposed to the cities in Japan or even Vietnam, is usually those hills are like really separated outside of the city, and they don't really build much on the hills there. But you can see, even though we're going up this mountain, like it's fully built. There's a bunch of different stuff here, different buildings, different houses, and yeah, it makes the climb a little bit more exciting when you get more to look at when you go up. Tunchan loves climbing. How's the climbing feel on the new bike?
So easy to pick up.
So easy to climb?
Yeah.
No, I think you're just getting stronger. Yeah, this climb's not bad, right? Yeah, this is a nice, easy 5% compared to the hills in Vietnam. So much steeper. So this is pretty comfortable for her right now. Looks like they are doing some construction here. Maybe reinforcing this wall here. Yeah, that's one thing you gotta be careful about with all the mudslides and earthquakes. There's one negative thing here. There are quite a few earthquakes. When we were in bed last night, we actually felt a pretty big one, and we saw our like ceiling light shaking. It was a little bit nerve-wracking for us, but thankfully they build for that stuff here. So, and actually this like climb, this whole area is surrounded by some different cemeteries. So it's pretty popular on Strava for cyclists and also hikers, just because it's a nice big hill right in the center of the city. We're actually not even like 5-10 minutes by walking bike distance from the Taipei 101 tower, which is like the heart of Taipei, like downtown. And that's crazy that you can have like this kind of nature like that close to the city downtown area, even though it is kind of like a graveyard kind of area. Looks like we do have some storm clouds over that way. We've had some bad weather, unfortunately, since coming here. It's been kind of cloudy and gloomy every day, saying it's going to rain, and you never know exactly when it's going to rain, but we're just hoping we can avoid it today. Tunchan's looking in pretty good shape today though. Nice views. That's the other thing I love about the climbs here, is you're rewarded with some really nice views along the way. You can see even more like tall buildings built over in the mountains over that way. We got all the corner mirrors, so you can spot if someone's coming the other direction if you're like rocketing up or rocketing down this. You also do see quite a few dogs here. Some of them are pretty nice, but when you go out into the deeper countryside areas, you gotta be pretty careful. Some of them will chase after you. So you can see this is how far we've climbed already. Tung, are you tired from the climb?
A little.
A little. And you can see right back here, we got Taipei 101 tower.
Yeah.
Beautiful tall tower. You can see it no matter where you're riding from in Taipei. You always know how to get back home. Just look for the tall building. All right, we just finished our first climb of the day.
Yeah.
Feeling okay?
Yes, it's okay.
A little cold?
Yes.
Yeah, Tung's not used to this cold weather.
My ears.
Your ears?
Yeah.
What?
Some weak.
Your ears are hurting because of the cold?
Yes.
All right, well luckily we got our rain jackets.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put these on for the descent. So a big thank you to our awesome clothing sponsor Santic for sending us over some new gear. We're pretty excited about these new rain jackets, these windproof jackets. Great for descending. All right, ready?
Yes.
We're also excited to do some descending on these bikes. These are 20-inch wheel road bikes, mini velos, and supposedly they corner a lot better on the downhill, so we're pretty excited to test it out. Didn't notice too much of a difference on the uphill, but I think we will on the downhill when we got some nice curves. But we're going to be taking it nice and slow today because it is wet. We want to be extra safe. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Let down.
Let's go down.
Let's go down.
But yeah, beautiful views all along the mountains here in Taipei. There's nothing worse than doing a big climb and you don't get any views as a reward, which is often the case in some of the Japanese climbs that we used to do. But they also have a lot of, you see these cycling markers here. Cycling is really popular in the country, so they have a lot of different national routes and stuff, so they have different signs to help guide you around which roads to take. And also in some of the mountains, they even have like cafes, which is awesome. You can just stop once you do your climb, get a snack or smoothie or whatever. We're not going to need any cold smoothies today. It's pretty cold. But when you cycle here in the summer, it gets pretty hot, just like Vietnam. Really hot and humid. We'll let Tunchan lead the way for a bit. She's got the fender, so it makes sense for her to be in front. Look at those misty mountains. Love it. So yeah, we're taking it nice and slow, but I definitely feel a difference in the handling here. A lot more responsive and easier to cut the corners with these smaller wheels, but I'm not taking any risks on the wet descent, especially on a new bike and new roads. Take it nice and slow. The disc brakes are nice though in the wet. This is a pretty cool view. You can see the mountain straight ahead that we've been descending. Really interesting graveyard just built into the side of a mountain. And now we're actually going to be descending down towards one of my other favorite parts of cycling in Taipei, and that is the river paths. There's a whole network of about 200 kilometers or more even of dedicated cycling, walking, running paths, recreation paths. And you can get just about anywhere in the city by going on these river paths. They're really cool. So I'm trying to find the exit from this busy road. I think it should be right up here. Here we are. So we can enter through this path over here. And we got this dog here just chilling. That's one of my dreams one day. I want to get an awesome dog that will like run with me, especially like trail running. I think that'd be awesome. But speaking of awesome, this is by far one of the greatest things about Taipei is they have this amazing network of river cycling paths. And not just cycling paths, like they're multi-use paths, so you can run on them, walk on them, you can walk your dog, you can go rollerblading. And not only that, not only are they like connecting different areas, but along the park area, there's just a whole bunch of different facilities available that you can use, whether it be like basketball courts, soccer fields, and just a whole bunch of different stuff. It's going to start coming into view right now. So you can see down below just this awesome green space, and yeah, soccer fields over there, some basketball hoops over there, and a bunch of cool stuff. It can get kind of confusing actually just because of the sheer number of different paths available. So we get lost every once in a while, but it's okay. It's awesome getting lost here just because there's so much cool stuff to see. So you can see we got some exercise stuff here, some pull-ups, and a bunch of tennis courts here. And this just goes on forever. It's not just like this one specific area, but all around the entire city, there's this awesome network connected by like this kind of path. In some places it's bigger, in some places it's not as big, but there's so many different facilities that you can use for like any kind of different sports, and it's just so cool. I'm so jealous that they have all this, and it's all connected. So if you want to go up to the main road, you can see they have ramps, so it's all connected by bikes. You don't have to get off your bike and go over stairs uncomfortably. Like you can get wherever you want to get in the city, and it's just amazing. They also have bathrooms, which are important. These bikes are interesting because they're basically like regular road bikes, just with a different kind of handling, and it feels a little different with the smaller wheels, but they're still pretty fast. And yeah, really responsive on the turns. I guess they just cut the grass, so they're using the wind blower on the scooter. That's pretty funny. So yeah, for the rest of our ride, we're not going to be doing a lot of climbing today. We're just going to do a little chill loop around the city, get some nice flat base miles in. I unfortunately had a lot of time off from my trip going back to the US, and just being there for 2 weeks and then flying back like really wrecked me. I had a foot injury, so I was off the bike mostly for like 3 weeks. I think I only got like 2 rides in a total of 3 weeks. So trying to get back some fitness now and enjoying our time here in Taipei. We'll be filming a few more videos here. We're going to be doing a dedicated video talking about these bikes. We're going to try and do some bike shop tours, but hopefully do some more ride videos. But it's a little bit gloomy, the weather. It's actually really nice for riding, but it's just not that great for filming because you need some nice sunlight for getting good quality with the GoPro cameras. So all right guys, we're going to continue on with our ride, but we're going to finish up this video here. We're really excited to share our time here in Taipei. We love Taipei, we love Taiwan, and there's so much awesome stuff here we want to show you guys. We did get some awesome food the other night, so we'll include some pictures and some video of that here. Taiwan is really famous for big fried chicken.
Yeah.
We also love the breakfast. So Tuan and I, we've been having an awesome time eating some food here. So we're gonna continue filming more videos here. We're still here for another week. That's it for today's video, guys. We'll see you next time here on Taiwan Cruise.